Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Muphidaht and I'd like it if you click down below to subscribe to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be creating a full soft glam look. So if you want to see how this video goes down, carry on watching and let's get right into it. I'm going in with my Kevin Aquan Sensual Skin Enhancer concealers to clean up the bottom part of my brows. I'm using the shades SX11 and 12. I'm gonna mix them up. One is really light and one is really yellow, so I get to balance the shade that I want out. And I like using these concealers for my brows because they are really thick and they don't budge. I'm using the Evita Joseph Precision concealer brush to clean up. Going to blend that in with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush. I'm gonna go in with my Born This Way concealer in the shade Chestnut to clean the top. This is kind of close to my skin tone, so I just like to use that using my palette today. Brows are done. So today I'm gonna do my base first. So I wanna prime with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. For foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Too Faced Born This Way Matte Foundation. I'm in the shade Chestnut. Going to blend my foundation in with my Real Techniques Seamless Complexion Brush. Going in with a sponge to pick up any excess product. For highlighting, I'm going to use the shade Butterscotch. And then I'm gonna let that sit while I go in with my contour. I'm gonna apply that. Very pigmented. So I just apply that at the usual places, and I'm going to blend that out first. I'm gonna use what's left to contour my jawline. For blending out my highlights, I'm gonna use my brightening concealer brush from Real Techniques. Looks good for the most part. I'm gonna go in with my In My Skin concealer from Nuban. There's a dog barking. That's my neighbor's dog, so kindly ignore that. I don't know what's happening, but if I film before 9 a.m. in the morning, that's what usually happens. So I'm going in with my Nuban Skin concealer in the shade 042.5, and I'm going to apply that in here. Then I'm gonna leave that to sit while I go in with my foundation brush to blend out any harsh lines. Then I'm going in to blend out with my sponge. Then I'm gonna go back in with my brush to blend out the harsh lines. For cream blush, I'm gonna use this one from Liz Beauty. It's in the shade Confidence, and it's kind of a matte cream blush. Looks like this. I'm just going in with my e.l.f. blush brush, and I'm packing that in between the contour and the highlight. This is a very subtle blush. It shows up, but it's a subtle. So if you want to try out cream blush and you are a little nervous, I would suggest getting this. It's also on the affordable side. It is considered clean beauty. Don't quote me, but you know, Google that and then confirm on your own. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my nose contour. Looks good for the most part. So I'm gonna set, but before I set, I'm going to iron out any creases. Going back in with my Huda powder, but I want to set with my Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder in the shade medium 2. This one, I'm gonna push that in. So I'm going in with my powder puff. Looks really good. This powder is basically flawless. It's so good. And for the rest of my face, I'm gonna use my Huda powder. And then for the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with my, you guessed it, LA Pro face setting powder. Oh, and I'm using the Evita Joseph all over face powder. You can see the cream blush is still peeking through. That should tell you how good this cream blush is. For bronzer, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush bronzer. I'm using the shade Tan 3. I'm going to apply that where I applied my cream contour earlier. Then I'm going over my nose contour as well. So now I'm going to bake. Obviously haven't done my eye makeup, so I'm going to bake so I can catch the fallout. So I went ahead to prime my eyelids with some concealer, and then I set it down with some powder. Today I'm going to be using the Jackie Aina eyeshadow palette collab with ABH. Then I'm going to start off with the shade Edges. I'm going to put that at the ends here, stamp that here, and then bring that up into my crease, bring it all the way in here. Stamp that out here and then bring it all the way in here to come and join the nose contour. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Credit, which is a dark brown. You can see how much I use credit, so I'm taking a lot of it. Going to stamp that on the outer V as well, and then just keep that at the outer V, and then slowly bring it into the crease. Slowly, you don't want to stamp and then go straight ahead to blend it out, otherwise it's going to be way too harsh. So you want to build up from here and you want to bring it in here, so you can have a sort of gradient going on. So it should look something like this. So your crease should look like this. And then I'm going in with my flat brush. I'm going to the shade Sponsored and the shade Dollars. So Sponsored is kind of like an iridescent green, and I'm going to put that all over my eyelid. I'm going to use that to kind of cut my crease. So it should look something like this. I'm going to do same here. Now I'm going into the shade Dollars. It's kind of close to the shade Sponsored, but it's more of like a yellow golden color. So I'm gonna put that at the inner corners and then merge that in with the shade Sponsored. It should look something like this. Looks really good. I'm gonna line my lash line with a matte black. You can use a liquid eyeliner. I prefer matte black eyeshadows to line with. It's easier for me. I'm going to stamp a little bit of the black here. I'm gonna go into the shade Credit and just, smoke out the color at the outer V. So it should look something like this. Instead of this harsh one, you should kind of smoke it out. So you just leave a little bit of the black at the outer V. That's if you use the matte black eyeshadow. And I'm going back in with the darkest color I used, Credit, and I'm going to just keep stamping that here and kind of blended it out, keeping that in the outer V and then fanning it out. So simultaneously doing all these things. I'm gonna go ahead and tight line with a black eyeliner. So I'm gonna go back in with a smaller brush and the shade Credit, the dark brown. I'm gonna use that to smoke out the lower lash line. And just join that to the end, like so. So while we are waiting on the eyelashes to dry down, there is some fallout, and I want to show you guys how to dust off fallout in case you do your base before you do your eyes. So you don't just go straight in and then start blending the powder out, even though there's powder sitting under my eyes. What you want to do is use a fluffy brush like this. This is the setting brush from Real Techniques, and then you go in with a little bit of your translucent powder, and then you use that to flake off the fallout, just like so. And then you want to do same here, and that's it. What's left under your eyes, you can literally just go in with your brush and blend it into the skin. For the rest of my face, I'm just going to use my powder brush that I used earlier with no powder on it. I'm just going to blend this in just like so. This for blush, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic Pillow Talk Intense blusher, and I'm going to use the same e.l.f. blush brush. I'm going on top of my cream blush with that. This is such a soft but beautiful blush color. It looks good, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply my eyelashes now. I feel like one of my eyes is drooping, but I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and apply some mascara to my lower lash line. For highlighter, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier Honey Star to highlight my face, the tip, the bridge of my nose, inner corners, brow bone, high points of my cheekbones. This is such a subtle highlighter. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. So I'm gonna use the NYX Shine Loud lipstick and gloss in the shade Born to Hustle. It's kind of like a pinky shade, looks like this, and I'm gonna put that at the center. So I could leave it matte, or I could go on top of it with the gloss. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go on top of it with the gloss, just cause. Guys, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Take care, guys. Bye.